for humans bettering themselves. So back to my broken camera. Now I'm not saying that you shouldn't, make videos. I'm not saying that you shouldn't become a social media influencer, although I think any influence that might be provided is dubious. See, I have said it before, I'll say it again. The point that I was doing for this channel was to say, hey, no matter how old, no matter how fat, you can make a change.
This statement isn't actually correct. The original point of this channel was something that I started in Rockhampton, and it was that we have this, even back then I noticed, and that was 2017, something like that. I noticed that there's this massive dichotomy between what's acceptable for a man and what's acceptable for a woman. Now, it works in both directions. So there's a lot of men that get away with being complete assholes just because they're men and people don't bother saying anything to them, but women get labeled if they're assholes. So that is an issue, but that was not what it was about. It was more about the body image. See, even back then we was, some hefty women were, beautiful at any size, but a fat man was ridiculed. Now, even now in this world where they say body positivity movement, it's still a very, very, very gendered and very, very biased thing. So originally when I started the channel, I was originally going to do little mini docos about, how perception, get a hefty woman in a bikini and go, hey, what's she like? And ask men and women, they're going to give different answers, and then get a lard ass man and see, even I'm gendering and being less mean to one than the other, even though if you listen to my tone, you can tell that when I say hefty, I'm being a smartass. But that was what it originally was, and then it morphed into something else, which hasn't been able to come forward yet, that I haven't quite been able to do, which is the urban farmer thing, or the suburban farmer. But anyway, I just thought I would interject and correct myself, because I was wrong.
Hey, no matter how old, no matter how fat, you can make a change. If that change is becoming less reliant on the man or the system or the government or any of those things, then that's fine. If you influence a single individual towards their goals, then that's fine as well. But you don't need
little box covered in cameras
to do that. You need to actually go out in the real world and talk to fucking humans. Because the people that you interact with through this thing, they're not people. They're avatars. Their brain knows they're avatars, but their brain doesn't know not to react as if they're real people. It's causing more harm than good. It's a net harm rather than a net good. Yes, you've got the collective knowledge of the universe at your fingertips, but it's heavily curated. And it's being driven in a direction that benefits the people that are curating it more than it benefits you. And pretty much all of it is short-term, for short-term gain, probably short-term joy to you, which doesn't lead to long-term anything. Temperance, abstemiousness, these are words that are important for the betterment of people.
I said a couple things that are actually the same words. Temperance, abstemiousness, they mean the same thing. Here's the definition. Oh. The point is valid. There's a lot of things in the world that give us instant gratification. The key to anything, and something that I'm not very good at practicing, is delayed gratification. I fully brain farted, and that last video where I was going to finish it, I actually put it at the beginning of this to show you how much I brain farted. So delayed gratification, or having self-control, is what allows us to move forward as humans when it comes to something like pair bonding or getting a house, which seems completely unattainable to many of us. The meme and the joke about the $7 lattes and the smashed avo. as much as they're not precisely accurate, they're fairly accurate. Takes discipline to get towards goals. And I mean, you think about it, 2 $5 cups of coffee a day is, if you're only drinking them during the week, 50 a week, that's about $2,500 a year. Say for 10 years, $25,000. And that's just one item. Just saying, not implying anything, not giving any financial advice.
Anyway, that's all I've got to say about that.